Hello everyone, today in this video we will discuss what happens if an AC current is passed through a capacitor circuit. So after this video you should be able to derive the expression for voltage and current for a capacitor circuit, draw the phasor diagram and the graph of voltage and current for a capacitor circuit. Now let us see what happens to the DC when it is passed through a capacitor. So out here you can see there is a cell which is connected to a capacitor, and when we switch on the circuit, positive charge flows towards one of the plate and the capacitor becomes charged and another plate gets negative charge. After the capacitor is fully charged, the current stops flowing because the charge cannot jump from one plate to another plate. So after some time current stops flowing. That means capacitor blocks DC. In capacitor there is no connection. In direct current, charges flow from positive side and it comes back to the negative side, and if there is a gap in between, the charge cannot flow. So in capacitor there is a gap in the circuit, so a capacitor blocks DC current. Now let us see what happens to the AC current. And we know in AC current charge do not flow from one point to another. All the charges they keeps on vibrating from their mean position. So suppose this is a circuit, and when we switch on during the positive half cycle, the positive charges flows towards the plate and the plate becomes fully charged, and negative charge comes to the opposite plate. And during the negative half cycle, the positive charge flow in opposite direction and they go to another plate, and another plate become positively charged and this plate become negatively charged. So in both the cycle the current flow through the circuit. So the charge do not get blocked because they do not move all the way through the circuit, they just keeps on vibrating from their mean position. So there is no blockage for AC to flow through the capacitor. So capacitor can conduct AC but it blocks DC. Now let's derive the expression for voltage and current for the capacitor circuit. So we are considering a circuit with a capacitor of capacitance C out here, and we are applying the alternating voltage E is equal to E naught sin omega t, and in some of the book you may get V is equal to V naught sin omega t or V is equal to Vm sin omega t. So please don't get confused. So E naught is the peak value and omega is the angular frequency of the current. When we send AC through a capacitor, the plates of the capacitor alternatively becomes positive and negative because of the alternating voltage. As there is no resistance in the circuit, so whatever EMF is applied out here will be the potential difference across the capacitor. So using this formula, charge is equal to capacitance into potential, we can write E is equal to Q by C. In our case potential is V is E. So now I am putting value of E, that is E naught sin omega t. Now this Q will be given by Q is equal to E naught sin omega t into this C will go out here. Now we know current is the rate of flow of charge with time, dq upon dt. So if you put the value of Q from here, then you will get ddt of C E naught sin omega t, ddt of C E naught sin omega t. Now this C and E naught will come out and you are left with ddt of sin omega t. Now differentiation of sine is cos, but this omega will also come out, so we can write omega C E naught cos omega t. So now from here I will make the equation in this form. I is equal to potential by R. So potential is E naught cos omega t, so I have to take care of this omega c. So this has to go to denominator, and when you take them to the denominator it will look like this: E naught by 1 by omega c cos omega t. So now I'll put 1 by omega c is equal to xc. So you will get I is equal to E naught by xc into cos omega t. Now this is the expression of current. Now the expression of voltage was in the form of sine, so I have to convert this cos into sine. So to convert this I can write sine 90 plus theta is cos theta. So instead of cos omega t I can write sine omega t plus 90. So omega t and 90 means pi by 2 radian. Now out here again you can see I have to make the equation of current in this form, I is equal to I naught sine omega t. So that means I can put E naught by Xc is equal to I naught, and I naught is amplitude or maximum value of the current. So this is the final expression of the current, that is I is equal to I naught sine omega t plus pi by 2. And if you compare these two equations, you can see the angle of the current is more than that of the voltage. That means angle of current is leading the angle of voltage. So we can say in capacitor circuit the current leads the voltage by phase angle of pi by 2. So in capacitor circuit current leads the voltage by phase angle pi by 2. Now we'll understand this using phasor diagram. So as we already know, if you divide peak value of voltage by Xc, then you'll get I naught. That means Xc is greater than I naught. So now let's draw the phasor diagram. So first I'll draw E naught. So and E naught will make angle omega t with the positive x-axis. Now we know current is 90 degree ahead of this voltage, so I make 90 degree, that is pi by 2 radian, and out here I make the current, that is I naught, and you can see the magnitude of I naught is less than the magnitude of E naught. So this is the phasor diagram in which the current is 90 degree ahead of the voltage. So now we'll draw the graph. So we already know in capacitor circuit current is ahead of the voltage. That means current will start 90 degree ahead of the voltage. So out here you can see I'm starting the current out here, and after 90 degree only I'm starting the voltage. So let's see the full graph now. So out here you can see current is at highest, but the voltage is starting out here only. So if you remove this will be the graph. When the current is maximum, voltage is 0, then we will start drawing the graph. So this is the graph for capacitor circuit. So out here if you compare this equation, current and voltage, you can see phi, the phase angle is 90 degree. So current is 90 degree ahead of the voltage. Now again I'm taking the expressions. This is the voltage and this is the current for capacitor circuit, and maximum current in capacitor circuit is maximum voltage divided by Xc. Now we will multiply this Xc this side, that is potential is equal to current into Xc, and if you compare this with Ohm's law, potential is equal to current into resistance, that time you can compare this Xc and resistor. That means Xc is same as resistor, analogous to resistor. That means the effective resistance offered by the capacitor is called capacitive reactance, and its formula is given by Xc is equal to 1 by omega c. This we have already done in our derivation. Now the effective resistance offered by capacitor to an alternating current is called capacitive reactance, and it is given by Xc is equal to 1 by omega c, and omega c is 2 pi into frequency, so I can write Xc is equal to 1 by 2 pi into frequency. The effective resistance offered by capacitor is inversely proportional to the frequency of the current. That means more the frequency, less is the resistance. So for AC current we have more frequency, that means it will offer less resistance to the alternating current, but for DC frequency is 0. So the effective resistance of the capacitor is 1 by 2 pi into 0, that is infinity. So you'll get infinite resistance. So that's why a capacitor offers infinite resistance to the direct current. So we can say a capacitor blocks DC because DC has no frequency, and it allows AC because AC has some frequency. So this is again in the diagram form. So this is the diagram to remember the concept. So AC can go through capacitor but DC cannot go. So this is a joke on same concept. Out here you can say DC moves in a straight line, so it cannot cross, but AC, because of this, it can cross. And Einstein is getting angry because the AC can cross this capacitor because of frequency, not because of this diagram. Now we'll summarize the video. So in capacitor circuit, the current is 90 degree ahead of the voltage, and the phase angle between them is pi by 2. The maximum voltage is equal to maximum current into Xc, and Xc is the capacitive reactance, the effective resistance offered by the capacitor. We cannot say resistance offered, it is the reactance or effective resistance. Effective resistance is given by 1 by omega c, or we can write Xc is equal to 1 by 2 pi frequency, and because of this frequency the capacitor block blocks DC and allows AC. So this is the end of the video. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.